All right, we're back on our gnomes. We've created the body, we've made the beard and slipped and scored it on, making sure that the beard is very well attached. And then we made our nose and attached it to the top. Make sure that the end of your nose is nice and round. If you see any cracking, you can wet your finger and use it to smooth the cracks out. Now we're going to make the cap. Notice I haven't made the lines of the beard yet. That comes later with the pencil. The cap is the same idea. I'm going to roll a cone in a coil in my hands, just like this. Move this guy over. And then I'm going to, I think I'm going to need some more clay. The cap is almost going to be like the the body, but upside down. Almost. So I'm going to roll a coil in my hands. Tap the end. And I'm going to start the same process that I did before. I'm rolling to a taper. Make sure before you start that your cone is somewhat combined and it doesn't have any weird cracks or misshapes in it. You're going to tap it. See, it's like the same shape as the gnome itself. I'm going to cut it off right there because I feel like it's too long. Making a cone. The more you tap it on the table, the wider this part gets, and then you can kind of just smooth this other areas out. So it's a nice straight cap. You want the top here to taper and not have a weird hole or anything at the top. So I'm going to pinch it closed, making sure that this is all coming out nicely and it doesn't have cracks or anything in it. All right, so you see that this is almost kind of the same size as the bottom of the gnome, okay? I'm going to tap it a few more times to make it a little bit wider, and then I'm going to open it up. So I'm going to go ahead and push my finger in here and then start to open it up. You don't have to have this kind of cap. Lots of people like to make different hats. I've seen cowboy hats, I've seen top hats, I've seen berets. Some people have done mushroom caps. You can do whatever you want. Keep tapping it on the table so you get a nice brim. You're going to need that to score this on to your gnome. So see, this hat is big enough now to go over the beard and hide the beard. So if I were to go like this, whoop, it would hide the beard. You cannot see the beard. You see that? Cannot see it. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that. I'm going to give it a little scoring, not just on the brim, but I'm going to come inside here a little as well. And I'm going to add some water. If you can't get all the way in there, you can use a needle tool and just scratch up the inside. You're not going to see that part, so don't worry too much about it. I'm going to add some slip, aka water, and go ahead and attach my hat. Push down a little bit and then bring it in so that covers the beard, the top of the beard. Do a little smoothing. I'm going to shape this hat however you want to do it. Give that guy a little bit of a little bit of a twist. Raise this a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Here we go. Okay, so that's kind of where his hat's going right now. And I'm going to clean things up. I'm going to go underneath my gnome and clean up any score lines that you can see. I'm going to make sure that it's connected well to the body of the gnome so that this does not come off in the fire. You want to make sure it's on really good. The back gets pushed against the body. But again, you don't want to blend it, you just want to push it on there so it sticks. That's where we're at right now. You want to make sure that your gnome is balanced and he or she stands nicely. No scratches, no weird marks. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put the hole on the bottom. Sometimes I put the hole on the bottom before I put the cap on because it's a little easier to do it that way. But I was so excited I put the cap on this gnome first, so I can go ahead and do the hole now. Pick this guy up, take the back end of a needle tool. You can measure it, so if this is how big the body is, then I'm going to go in here about halfway, wiggle it around. See what I mean? Like it's easier, it moves around a lot. So it's actually easier to do this before you put the hat on. Make sure that your gnome is standing straight. And now it's time to decorate this guy. So I'm going to take a pencil. And I'm going to start making lines. Let's see if you can look at this. That. I'm going to go from the top down. Cleaning my pencil off. If you get these little crumbs in here, don't worry about that. We can wipe that off later. All right, so there's the lines in the beard. I'm going to get some shoes on this guy. I'm going to take this little piece of clay right here, cut off and make a little ball. There's my little ball. I'm going to cut this little ball in two and start shaping with the two pieces that I was left with. I'm going to start shaping little shoes. Your shoes could be as cute as you want them to be. I'm going to make this maybe a little turned up shoe. With a little turned up toe. Why not? Will be cute. Okay, so there's my little shoes right now. There they are from the side. I want to make sure that the back end is flat. So I'm going to tap it. Tap it. And now I'm going to score the back end. Score the back end. Add a little slip. I'm going to take a look at this guy and decide where I want his shoes to be. I like them to be a little separated out. So if I push against the gnome body, it's going to leave a little watermark, and that's where I know to score. I'm going to go ahead and take that score line and push against the gnome body to attach the foot. Here goes the other one. I'm going to clean it up and also make sure that it is connected well. All right, so those are my feet, my little shoes. And now I have to smooth this together. You can see that they're not quite connected yet. So I'm going to go ahead and take this guy and with my wooden knife or with a rib, either way, you can smooth the bottom of the shoe onto the body of the gnome. You want a good connection so it doesn't come off. I'm going to gently connect the sides as well. Okay, I'm just connecting these little sides. This little side. You really have to be gentle with this part. I don't know, you can do the shoes before you do the hat, I guess, if you feel like it's going to be easier. There's my little shoes. He's starting to look pretty cute. Clean it up with this with a damp paintbrush. All right. There, he's got his shoes on. And we'll stop there for now.